We had to shift when coronavirus happened to like, how do you interact with people like this?
Since the stage was not an option, but the camera was an option, we had to reimagine the stories so they fit the new medium. I was going to say cut a lot, but it wasn't even about cutting. It was about extracting what was essential from the previous work and find a new way to tell that story.
When we first came into this platform, I was super discouraged and I was like, this doesn't make sense, because as a theater maker, so much of the work is about being in the room. But I just realized how strong collaboration can be.
A lot of what Reach Out ended up being was connected to the original idea of the play, which was kind of like dealing with your inner demons and like self-love versus self-hate we talked a lot about.
It was just a gift to be able to stay up late editing and worrying about like, I have a deadline, I have to do this, I have to get this to designers, instead of the like anxious worry of what's happening in the world that I'm sure a lot of people are feeling.
I felt inspired by their commitment.
I think that a lot of us like wanted to have the physical feeling of, you know, waiting backstage and our family and friends coming and sitting in the audience and like seeing them. So shifting from that was difficult. I mean, it was like you literally have to like shift your mindset.
Theater online, it's not necessarily a new thing. It's being acknowledged now as the way that everyone tries to adapt, like everyone has to adapt to it. So it's kind of like the only way to do it. But it wasn't invented today. I was telling you, this is my company, Pop-Up Theatrics. We did a show online via Skype 10 years ago, and we are not the only ones. There are plenty of art projects happening in the online medium.
This time in general, that's complementary to my work with Reach Out, has taught me just how resilient theater is and theater makers are, and how adaptable we are and how willing we are to adapt to change, and how wonderful that is.
So I think I appreciate it more when the professors are adjusting their curriculum entirely to just see like what would work best so these students can learn on this online platform, instead of just taking exactly what we had before and acting like they can just like move a thing here or there, and it's like it's adapted to being in this environment.
You can tweak anything from, you know, the literal platform, whether it be like physical or mental, or, you know, where anything is and who you're working with and the ideas that you have, and you can still make something that's like really cool that you really like.
Balancing that relationship with not only people but technology and my work has been a really good lesson through all of this, and it's definitely going to impact my future work.
It's actually one of the most fun experiences I've had working on a project, and I'm really proud of it, and I don't know even what the satisfaction would have been with our original project compared to the satisfaction I got from this project. But I think creating something like that despite all of the circumstances that are going on in our individual lives, I think says so much more, and it made me like more proud.